All right, we are back with another Prize Picks video. This one is going to be for MLB. We got two postseason games today that we're going to jump into, go over some analysis and get some picks in. But before that, we are super close to 1,000 subscribers. 998. We'll check back at this if I remember at the end of the video here. But if you're new, definitely subscribe. You can see we are almost a month old. Tomorrow will be our month anniversary, I guess. As you can see, September 21st, we had 6 subscribers. So just consistency has been paying off. I hope you guys enjoy the videos, and I'm just going to keep ripping out content. But yeah, let's jump right into the board. Before I do that, these are the video picks from last time. This was kind of my power play, the Alvarez and Seager. Alvarez got us there. Seager, I think, went 0 for 5 or something, so just didn't have a great day. And then I gave you guys some stacks. Usually on the stacks, they kind of all hit or they don't all hit. As you can see, they went 0 for 3 in this one. But we made up for it with our Houston picks. Went for Javier's fantasy score, and then a couple of them with some unders for the Rangers. So that got us there. I think we had a $20 profit on the day just for the video picks. Let's jump back into the board here, get some picks on the board. The first one I'm going to go with is actually going to be a strikeout line. It's the only one I like. Okay, so Brandon Pfaadt went to 3.5. This was just at 4. So that would be something that I was actually looking at the under on Brandon Pfaadt's pitcher strikeouts. But I'm going to go to Suarez. I'm going to go over his 3.0. Definitely a lot of push potential on all of these guys. But Suarez just happens to be my favorite. We'll definitely look at Bryce Harper in a little bit. So let's go check out Suarez here. As you can see, it's going to be 2.5. They don't do the .0s on Outlier here. But very heavily favored to go over this at minus 183. As you can see, he's gone over this in 9 of 10 games. The last game he didn't was a playoff game, unfortunately, where he just got hit around, I think, pretty early. Oh, no, it was a game that they were hitting into contact. I remember watching this game. I took his over on that one as well. And he went like 5 innings. Yeah, I was about to say. And just couldn't get there for us. But he typically gets to, to at least that 4 line. But he really just has to get 3 for us. Last 20, he's gone over this in 19 to 20. So looking really good. Even 2023 as a whole, 23 of 24 games. So I'm liking it. Going up, obviously, against a really good Arizona team that doesn't like to strike out. But again, you just need 3 for the push, and hopefully gets there with 4. And then the head-to-head has faced these guys twice this year, got 5 Ks and 7 Ks, so that's looking good as well. If we jump over to the matchup specifically, some of these guys hitting them decently, other guys really struggling. Not a whole lot of history to go off of, but as you can see, the K rates here. And then Suarez right here at 9.0 strikeouts per 9 innings. So yeah, I'm feeling really good at the 3.0 line. Again, a lot of push potential there, but my favorite strikeout line for the day. And then let's jump into kind of the next few plays. It's going to be 2 stacks, interestingly enough. 2 teams that I'm kind of favoring today would be Philly and the Astros in terms of hitting. So let's look at Trey Turner. He's going to be my next guy. You could definitely look at his total bases. I'm going to favor his fantasy score here because of the stolen base potential. And let's jump into his page. Trey Turner. All right, so obviously they don't have fantasy score, but we're going to go over his hits, runs, RBIs. It is at 2.5, so that's always a good sign. And he's obviously been crushing this. He's gotten at least some sort of stat the past 10 games. And obviously with the stolen base potential, that's 5 fantasy points on Prize Picks right there. So if he gets on base and steals, is that a push? Or it's almost, so he almost there right there, just in one at bat. Obviously, we want to look at the matchups. That's kind of one of the bigger things we go off of here. Trey Turner doesn't have one, unfortunately, but we look at his batting average against righties. It does take a little boost, batting 281 against right-handed pitchers. And then Brandon Pfaadt takes like a tiny little dip, giving up an average of 290. So going up against a young pitcher, Trey Turner, I think, is going to take advantage of him. He's been on an absolute tear, so trying to hoping that continues. And a lot of my projection models are also saying that Turner's one of the better hitting plays today. So definitely going to ride with him. And then I'm going to kind of stack him here with Bryce Harper. Another guy that's just really good off right-handed hitters. And another guy that's just been on fire in the playoffs. He's almost taking like every other game off, it almost seems like. Let's just check. Yeah, like every other game, it seems like he's getting over this line and then just going just under. So kind of expect him to have a really good game here if that trend continues. And again, these guys build off each other. So if Trey Turner is on base and Bryce Harper hits him in, that gets him both fantasy points. So nice little stack as well. But let's look at Harper, see what he's been doing. And his matchup against this Arizona team, he just likes to play these pitchers. And I'll show you that in the head-to-head. This is just hits, runs, RBIs. His is at 1.5, but very heavily favored at a -140. He doesn't have a hits, runs, and RBIs line. No, he does not, which is kind of where we're going with the fantasy score here. If he does have one, if that pops up, I definitely look at that for sure and take that over with confidence. And in the playoffs, he's just been crushing this. He has at least a hit in every game, it looks like. And then again, no specific matchup against Brandon Pfaadt or history here, but another guy that hits righties well. About his average, just a good hitter overall as a lefty. And again, just kind of riding his momentum here. It was something, head-to-head matchups. Loves playing Philly. I mean, not Philly, Arizona. 16 of 22 games, he's crushed this line. So whether it's the bullpen that comes out, it doesn't really matter who's pitching against this guy. Harper loves to hit against Arizona. So this was something to just kind of boost my confidence even a little bit more with him. So that's kind of my little stack with Philly, even kind of a three-man stack. If you're really loving Philly today, I was going to say maybe look at Pfaadt's under 4.0 pitcher strikeouts. I think that's a play I was able to get in. So if this moves again, maybe do a little four-man of that if you're really riding with Philly tonight. But if not, let's just move on to the next two batters here. Another kind of stack here in a one you could kind of go different ways with. My first guy is going to be Abreu. I think he's probably one of my favorite plays of the day. Over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Let's jump into his page. He's got a really good matchup, really good history against this guy, and obviously been hitting well in this playoffs. It's a -135 if you're someone that really likes positive EV, so that's something to look at as well. Last 10, 7 of his last 10, he's gone over this line. A lot of these have been in the playoffs. He's been crushing it. And then just look at his matchup against Heaney. 14 at-bats, 4 home runs, and 9 RBIs. So that's just absolutely crazy. And only 14 at-bats, he has 4 home runs and 9 RBIs. So if he can get, if he could smack a home run, obviously that's easy over. But looks like he has all over this guy, 350 setting batting average. And as you can see, as I talked about, you can kind of go a few different ways here. Altuve and Bregman also very good hitting average against him. Even Pena if he has a line in here. But yeah, 4 home runs, 9 RBIs against this dude. Just loving to see that. And then again, Heaney specifically against the Astros here. Looks like his Ks go down, his earned runs. He does decent amount against that, or decently well against that. But I just can't get over 4 home runs and 14 at-bats. It's just absolutely crazy. So yeah, riding his momentum as well. Kind of got to ride these momentum of these good hitters in the playoffs. I say it a lot in my videos, but they're going to choke up. They're going to hit some foul balls that they might not get to in the regular season. And they're going to extend these at-bats and try to get the most out of it. And then the guy I'm going to go with him with the Abreu little stack here is Altuve. Now, he was in a little slump leading into last video, but he hit a home run last game, so maybe that kind of sparks him up again. Another hits, runs, and RBIs line that he's been able to get to pretty often here recently. Let's look at Altuve. Obviously, just an absolute great hitter. I think I went his under the other day in that little stack against Houston, but again, that was just kind of to hedge one of our other bets. Last 10, we're looking at over. Again, odds are on the over at -130. It's actually plus odds if you want to go under this. So that's good to take advantage of on PrizePicks. And then again, in the playoffs, looks like he's hitting decently well. This was the little slump I was talking about, but then got right out of it with the home run last game. I think he went 2 for 5. And then again, we looked at his stats against Heaney. Altuve batting .313 and 32 at-bats, so a little bit more history even. 2 home runs, 2 RBIs, so someone that can definitely smack him around a bit. Definitely look at Bregman as well, someone I like today. Someone I'll definitely be playing today in kind of a different stack. But again, Altuve looking really good. Hopefully broke his slump and maybe gets even another home run because he's done it before against Heaney. So really, really liking this little stack here, combo with Abreu and Altuve, combo with Turner and Harper, and then my favorite pitcher strikeout line of the day. So that will do it. I will kind of go over this conclusion here if you're just listening and not watching the screen. We got Ranger Suarez at 3.0 strikeouts. We're going over. A lot of push potential at that 3.0, but in the two matchups this year, he has gone over that line at 4 and I think 7 strikeouts. And then little stack here with Trey Turner's over hitter fantasy score at 8.5. Bryce Harper's over hitter fantasy score at 8.0. These guys build off each other. If one of these guys is on base and the other guy hits him in, or vice versa, gets an RBI, just more fantasy scores when they work together here. And then another team stack with Houston. We're going to Abreu over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Altuve over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Again, these guys play off each other. They bat, near each other. I forget exactly what it is, but they closely bat together. So they just work off one another. But that is going to do it. Again, subscribe to the channel. Let's see if we have an update here. Still 998. So, 999, just like that. So definitely trying to get that 1K. And definitely going to try to do something special for you guys. I'm working on the Discord. I want to get you guys even more picks, but having a lot of fun, continuing to grow. Definitely like the video. Helps more people see it. Comment down below if you hate one of these picks, if you love all these picks, and if you're going to tail, definitely let me know. But that will do it. Let's make some money tonight. Peace out.